I'm so glad 2024 is over and done with. That was one of the worst years I ever experienced, so I'm glad that it's over. And not only am I wishing myself the best, but each and every one of y'all watching this, I wish y'all the best for this year as well. I just want a clear start. It's a clean slate. I know some people take these New Year's and they make these resolutions, but it's all just kind of fake. I know certain New Year's resolutions are kind of played out and it's just fake. People just say things because it's a new year, but for me, I genuinely just want to start out on a clean slate, not even on no cliche resolution type stuff. It's just I want to start on a clean slate because it's just a new year. 2024 is finally over and done with, bro. I'm so glad. It was a very tough year, but I'm glad that I'm still standing. Yo, what's good? What's good? Yo, Kenny, if you want to join up, just let me know. I'll email you the link. But yeah, man, the message that came to me today was just happiness. Just be in control of your own happiness. Like you can choose the right to be happy. I just started this year out on on a positive note. Just knowing the fact that you choose your own happiness. So it doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter about any of this worldly BS. You choose to be happy or not. And I'm just in the present moment with it, just being on a more positive note, man. All that depressing stuff and all of that type of stuff, I just want it to be over and done with. Leave that shit in 2024, man. I just been creating music all day, which is something that makes me happy. So I just been doing that all day. And I advise any of y'all to do the same. If you have a passion, if you have a craft or anything that you're good at or that you enjoy, just do that. Do whatever brings you happiness and fulfillment. Because I just feel like as a people, we rely on too much worldly stuff for our own happiness. Like we got to worry about if we get this amount of money, is this gonna make me happy? I need this, but just choose to be happy in the present moment without anything. That's just the vibe that I've been on. Your happiness should come before anything on this planet. It should not be contingent upon anything worldly or material, bro. By default, you should have your happiness. It comes from within. Just do something you love, do something you enjoy, do whatever brings you happiness. He says, I'm in creator mode. Happy New Year's to you too as well. But yeah, that's like a download that came to me today was just you can choose to be happy no matter what the situation. Happiness doesn't rely on anything outside of yourself. And even just the year of 2025, I don't really get into numerology or nothing like that a lot. But for me, just personally, I'm not saying this is true or this is a fact or I did some deep research. I'm just talking about from my own interpretation. The way that I view 25 is just completion, like the number 25. When I see the number 25, it reminds me of like 20 the 25 year anniversary, 25th year anniversary. It's like a completion number, 25. That's just how I view it myself. It's like cycle complete. And that's just how it feels to me. 2024 was just a mess, bro. 2025, I just want it to be 100 times better. He said, I just be laughing at stuff. He said, it's already the first, and I'm trying to leave my environment. Yeah, a lot of people in these environments can be toxic. There's no more time for that stuff. Like, it's no more time to deal with toxicity and BS from people. Like, he said, I hope you're having a good day, Vision. For sure, bro. Same to you. I hope all of y'all are doing good and enjoying y'all new year. I just been vibing, bro. Just been trying to recapture my inner child too. That's what I'm trying to get back to. I was watching some old nostalgic movies today. I don't know if y'all ever seen the Goonies, but I was watching that. I was watching this movie called The New Guy. Those are some of my favorite childhood movies right there. Some of the few. It's basically like getting back to your roots for real. Because the internet just made everything so out of whack nowadays. So I'm just trying to get back in touch with how things were back then. Not saying that I want the world to go back to that because I know that's impossible, but I just want to recapture that for myself. Like recapture how I felt in the old days, what I used to do. This year just feels different from it feels different for me personally. All the other previous years before this, they felt depressing. This year just feels different for some reason. Hopefully it goes well for all of us. He said, I just want to be free making moves. I can't tolerate the BS no more. Yeah, I understand. At this point, you just want to be free. This is why I said it's imperative that you choose your own happiness. It's all just up to you. It's your choice. You can either choose to be this way or choose to be the opposite. It's just no time for that depressing ass energy, bro. I don't want to tolerate nobody who's on the same stuff. Like it's just all that stuff is over and done with. This world is even shifting, bro. A lot of stuff is changing. It's a lot of new opportunities out here because the industry has fallen off, bro. So it's like a wide open lane to take over this shit for the younger generation. And I've been seeing it. I've been seeing certain people from the younger generation hitting the charts. They're hitting the charts over these celebrities that have been here for a minute. Like everything's shifting, bro. You really just gotta tap in. I'm not saying that it's a utopia out here and everything is just so perfect, but I'm just seeing things shift out here. A whole bunch of stuff is taking place that never happened before. I'm just trying to take advantage. Like there's a wide open lane now because these celebrities have fallen off. All the old shit has fallen off. So it's a wide open lane to take this shit over. Anybody in the younger generation, just tap in with whatever craft that you got going. You say you talking about Pink, your style, and Jigger is top charts. Yeah, that did hit the charts. Yeah, it's a wide open lane now. Like I wasted a lot of time during the end of 2024. I can't lie. I was wasting so much time just indulging in BS that I knew I wasn't supposed to. I'm not perfect. I'm not gonna sit on here and act like I am. We all go through ups and downs. That's why I'm so glad it's just a new year, so you could just start fresh. He said it was quiet. Yeah, I didn't even really experience the new year like how I usually do. Usually I be up experiencing it all. But this year I just was asleep. So I missed all of the hoopla and all the BS. I'm glad I missed all of that. I wasn't on social media or none of that. Just trying to lock in on YouTube and music. But I really fell off with the music, so that's what I'm really trying to get back to. That's why I've been doing it so much lately. He said I really didn't see anything. My laptop is off. Yeah, I was asleep. He said I heard something about an incident, but I tuned it out. It's not the time for distractions. Facts. All that stuff is so old. Like all of that old stuff from back then is played out, bro. It's outdated. Even as far as like football, like I noticed the college football teams, they're taking over the more than the NFL teams. This is just little things that I'm noticing, like a shift in everything. Like I'm seeing people playing NCAA more than they play Madden nowadays. Like it's just a whole bunch of things that's different. He said, "Can I hop on?" Yeah, bro. I sent you the email. I sent you an email with the link, bro. Happy New Year's to you too. Shit. He said, what's your thoughts on females who feel like a sacrifice? Or I don't know. This is a false world. You gotta explain that in depth more, because I can't really understand. You said, what are your thoughts on that female who feel like a sacrifice? But yeah, man, the lane is wide open, man, for the youngins out here. This is why I'm locking in, bro. It's nothing but free space to take over, bro. You, everybody fell off. Everybody stopped. Everybody's in a slow, depressive energy. People are just gone, bro. The lane is wide open. Just tap in with yourself and lock in on whatever you're doing. Not even with the intentions of quote unquote taking over anything, but just tapping in, just to get back to that essence, that inner child, that escape, just creativity, just create whatever you love to and do, whatever you love to do or whatever you enjoy, man. Just create. Just think about what brings you happiness before any of this worldly, material world stuff out here. I just be creating music. That should be having me on the moon. He said, "You got the lane." I agree. He said, "Certain females who felt like they never belonged, or they saw through people's false BS, or maybe they felt like a target by everyone, or women who are spiritual and see the false world for what it is." Yeah, shouts out to them, whoever, the ones that you're mentioning. There's some women out here who know what's up. They don't even got to be explained.
So,
Yeah, what's good, Kenny?
what's good? Welcome, man. Happy New Year's, everybody. Thank y'all for joining in and tuning in. What's up?
Just chilling, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling optimistic, bro. Just vibing. Just trying to
Big
lock
sir.
in.
Yeah, the thing I liked about like the beginning of like 2025 is like there is no noise. Like I didn't really notice anything. Like it's a good thing because before you would see people like fireworks and hoopering and hollering and yelling and doing all this extra stuff, but it was just quiet. You know, it means something is coming. Like all this is just really is played out. You know.
Yeah, I'm glad I missed all of that. I was asleep, so I didn't experience no hoopla. I didn't experience no loud ass fireworks and this and that and parties with commotion. Like it was just quiet. It just feels optimistic. This year just feels like I mentioned before, like completion. The number 25 just represents completion to me. Anytime you see 25, it's either the 25th year anniversary, the 25th. It's like that's what it just represents to me. So I know it's just completion, and that's what it feels like. Because I don't think it could get any worse than 2024 was, especially the end of 2024. That was just terrible.
So glad we made it this far to 2025. 5 years since 2020. This is the year, you know.
And I
And
feel
it's
so free, man. It's like a clean slate. Just been creating all day, bro. Just in a lab. Like I know the lane is open, bro. So I'm just trying to take advantage.
mhm. Like I saw like the writing on the wall, like it's time because I saw certain people like just posting and doing certain things, and they think it's already reaching that top ground. Like it's reaching, like it's becoming trendy, you know. It's like now us, the people, we have the light, the spotlight, you know. Things are shifting around. You know, Hollywood is finished.
Power's in the hands of the general public now. He said last night I kept hearing firecrackers outside. I thought I kept hearing gunshots. LOL. Some of them do be gunshots, bro. So you might not even be tripping. He said I had forgot it was the New Year's. Yeah, bro. Some of them do be gunshots. Even on one of my last live streams, I think it was the New Year's last year. It was live gunshots while we were streaming. You could hear it through my headphones. It be getting crazy out here. And as far as the comment that you said about the females, bro, yeah, there's very few out here that are on that level. They see this world for what it is, but I haven't really encountered a lot.
Mm-hmm. So okay, certain females feel like they never belong. Maybe it's this is gonna be the year for they to come out because it probably wasn't a time for them to come out. And maybe certain like women or people who have these personalities, but the world is not ready to see, so we may see it this year. That's why you probably didn't encounter it. It was just too chaotic. You know, but I haven't seen it yet. But I'm not saying that it's not there.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know.
ruling it out, especially this year, because I know it's a completion year. So things were so out of whack these previous years, and especially last year, that I know it's like it's gonna be forced to cause some type of completion or something, like some type of new cycle. That's how out of whack things were. He said, "No more gatekeepers, please." Facts. Like I'm glad I'm still here, man. So many people have stopped and just disappeared off the earth, man. I still got that creative spark within me. I'm trying to go crazy, man. I'm not even saying that I want to hit the charts or nothing, but I know how the times are and how the energy is. Like shit might not hit the charts, but the energy is just different. Like shit is going up. I just been in a moment with it. I'm like, damn, I came up with this. Man, what do you feel like 2026 will be like? I feel like 2025 is about to be a wild journey. I'm not even sure about 2026 because we just entered this new year, so I don't even really have thoughts that far down the line. I'm just focused on this year, and I feel like this year is going to be good. He said the energy back then was so good. I hope I could still tap into that energy from back then. Yeah, bro, that's my goal, bro. That's what I've been. That's the timing that I've been on, bro. Just creating, getting back to that inner child state, bro. From back then, just recapturing that energy and that vibe. So many people have lost themselves with all this BS out here. I'm still tapping in with my inner child, still creating. He said, I hope the year 2025 will be good and not bad. I also feel like soon the system will crash down completely, probably by this year or next year. So sorry about the typo. I meant to say will instead of was. Oh, feel like the system will crash down completely. Yeah, I feel like it already crashed, bro. I feel like this system crashed in 2020. Now you're just witnessing the after effects.
Yeah, it's just been subjugated. It's like in school, the teacher is not there, but the substitute intervenes. You know what I'm saying? That's what people are, the substitute, when you don't even have to come at all. Just let it just fall. You know. Been crashed since like 2020. Like they could try to do their psyops and do whatever they do, but we gonna see through it because people, especially like us, we know too much. So they could try. Like I just feel a different energy. Like they could try with their distractions, but we know too much. Like this is gonna be like shooting a dart or something. Like it's kind of played out.
Yeah, now it's like everything is up to you. It's up to you what you're gonna do. You can either tap in and lock in, or you can just indulge in the BS. He said, I see them freaking out on what Trump will do in America in 2025. He said, yeah.
I see, but
Yeah, everything is already out of whack. So it's like now, it's just like what, it's really just up to you. It's nothing but free space out here. You can either wallow in misery or you can take advantage.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just in creator mode. I'm trying to lock in, and it's not about doing the most. It's about just doing, what you do, like doing what's like necessary, and doing the thing that like takes you like forward, and balancing, just going back to the roots, to the basics again, instead of complicated, because this world is gonna try to distort your mind and go to certain belief systems and ideologies. That's all it's been doing, especially the past couple of years. So now you're free now. You can just do what you got to do, chop wood, carry water. Like now it's easy. So don't try to, like, people don't try to worry so much about this and that, because if you're doing what you got to do, you always have time till tomorrow. Especially with like the energy now. Like I don't really care to indulge in depressive things and low. Like I get it, but I just not really feeling that, anymore. I'm just in creator mode, especially with gender wars.
He's,
Just it seems just
he said, use us real organic beings will see through the BS. I'm starting to feel like most people are NPCs or born inside the matrix. I feel so free, especially nowadays. Yeah,
hmm,
everything is so blatant nowadays because everything's already out of whack, bro. Everything is literally on the table. Like there is no more disguise. There is no. Like everything is right in your face now. It's nothing to speculate about. It's nothing to even overthink about. It's just right here in your face. You see everything for what it is. It's just right there. Now it's just up to you to take advantage. Like you have the knowledge of everything. You've been through 2020 through 2024, so now your understanding is just clear to everything. It's like, what more do you have to experience to see this stuff for what it is? Now you already experienced hell and back, so that's just how it feels for me. Like 2024 was like experiencing hell and back. Like I feel like I went through hell and back, and now I'm here. I'm still standing, so now I could just take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Said
Or get
salute. He said
salute.
facts. I don't even see stuff anymore. All that stuff became a blur. Yeah, I didn't see none of that stuff either. I just been tuned out of it all. I don't be seeing half of the stuff that's going on nowadays. I don't be knowing these new people that are popping now. I don't be knowing who they are. I just be seeing all these new faces. Like they be having people that follow them and a community behind them. I'm like, I didn't even know this person existed. Like I'm just so out of touch.
Us really getting being to see through the BS. I'm starting to feel like most people are. Yeah, I could agree with you, salute for one crew. Most people could be, just, you know, CPU characters, but now it's like the information is out. Like it's either they do it or they don't. It's not that they can't. It's like if they do, then they're only gonna continue on a loop de loop and a cycle and repeat those curses. But now it's right now with everything's in the air now. So if they want to, then that's like on them to not see the information because it's right in front of our faces. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna either be closed minded or open minded. You know, you know.
It's really a timeline shift. You're experiencing a timeline shift. Like all that old outdated stuff, of course it's not just going to disappear. Like you're still going to see these things. You're still going to see people indulging in this stuff, but it's like an old timeline. Like certain people are still in that old timeline. So for you, it's just going to be a disconnect around those people. They're still attached to the old ways and the old timeline, and you're just far beyond that. You're far removed from it.
Mercs 89. How do y'all feel about religion? I get criticized. How I feel about it, I want to say I left religion. I want to say I kind of graduated from it. Because I know there's people who say they left it, they go back because it's like there's a contradiction. That's why I'm gonna say I graduated from it. I kind of understand it for what it is because the Bible has certain stories that relate to right now. You kind of have to like transcend it and really understand it. You know,
Hmm.
so that's how I feel. Merch 89 about not being religious because all of it is kind of divisive anyway. Like and kind of say the same thing. So I don't want to be getting into it. Not that I want to, but you know how it is. But because it's not like I'm an atheist because an atheist believes in nothing. Like everything's just out of thin air. Like or whatever. Something's like of course upcoming. You know, but like, do they just attack you for not being religious, or like how would they know unless you're telling people? Like, are you trying to have these conversations or whatever? Because I don't be doing it anyway because it's divisive and it's gonna already start off like certain commotions with people.
Yeah,
Because
to me, religion is it's like something. I would just say to each his own because I don't even speak on topics like that to go back and forth with anybody. You choose what to believe in. But for me, I just ascended past all of that stuff. All of that stuff is like an outdated timeline to me.
Exactly.
It's like telling
Like,
the kid that Santa. It's like telling the kid that Santa Claus is real. It's like once you grow up, you see past it. It's like the same thing with religion. It's like yeah, you get certain truths and all of that, but you see this stuff for what it is once you become older and wiser.
I really like agree. Like, it's an outdated time. Like, a lot of it is just to get you into debates and arguments. Just no points crossed with it. You're not gonna solve an answer. Of course, they all say half truths. I'm not bashing whatever you believe in, but it's like Family Feud. It's like Uno. You're playing a card to see who's right and whatever. You can never get in between it. Like, it's that's why I say it's kind of a trap. Like, you got to just rise above that. That's the old timeline that keeps you stuck. You can't grow. That's why when they say when you grow, like elevation requires separation, and familiarity breeds attempt. You got to just leave from that because you're gonna be enclosed in that area or range. So you must rise above that because it's kind of like a trap. You know, that's how I feel about it. To debate in divisive, like, even see people in these ideologies or belief systems, they always be trying to argue about this and that. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, just get to the point. It never gets to the point, you know?
And I gotta catch up on these comments. He said, I agree, it depends on the person. At the end of the day, I feel the Bible has good information, but it just has to be decoded. The way these mega churches explain the Bible seems very egotistical to me and false. A lot of them, I've noticed they still attached to the false 3D world and the system. Yeah, but I'm not even, like, I'm on a whole nother mentality. Like, all that stuff, I don't even care to even speak on it, to be honest. I'm just so far past that.
Yeah,
He
I
said, in this world,
agree.
most things are half truths or lies. I even have to question spirituality.
Like, I agree, Salute for One Crew. Like, they think of it like in a very egotistical, fabricated manner, like the way they like preach, because they're not trying to get you like straight to the point. That's why they turn different like verses. They just keep you stuck. That's why you got to just rise above it and figure out for yourself and seek. The Bible says seek and you saw answer. The church doesn't really do that. They just keep you stuck. This is how this world is, to keep you in a box. And when certain people question it, it's like they get kind of outcasted. So you just got to just leave it all kind of behind, or else it's gonna drive you crazy. Because in some part of your mind, you're trying to gain acceptance. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to gain acceptance and be right. Like, you could find the answers, you know. So just leave it all alone. Honestly,
He said, understandable. I'm 25 years old and been indoctrinated with fear of going to hell. Yeah, bro, this stuff is crazy, bro.
I'm so past that. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be
I
afraid
just,
of it, but I can't. I don't know
I
how I
just let
got.
people go. Like, believe what you want, do what you want. I'm just focused on me and I'm
hmm
just chilling. Like, I don't get into none of that. He said, I agree
Exactly.
with you. I'm past all the 3D and the things from the old timeline. I feel like we have spirituality and events from this world. I agree. Facts, not the same. The church tries to keep people stuck. Same, the fear of going to hell most. The fear of hell almost ruined me, lol.
Yeah, bro. I got over that fear too long ago. Like, it was scary, not gonna lie, like not having something to crutch on. But it's like you're gonna find that glory when you trust in yourself. Like, it's hard, but once I did it, it's like I felt free. Like, that's how I realized that all the stuff is kind of made to keep you kind of trapped within that space, because it's like, why does there so much scarcity in it? Why is there like a scarcity in it? Like, the connotations, like, it's like when I rise above that, I realize it's just trying to keep you trapped. It's kind of scary at first because you've been around it your whole life and it's been told to you, like, like the chatterings in your mind, like, oh, if you don't do this, you're gonna go to hell. If you don't do this, God is going to curse you. Like you just gotta. A lot of people don't give themselves a chance to you know, think things through. They don't give themselves a chance to settle their mind. So it's just so much chaos within themselves. I feel like if people take time out to really understand this, they're gonna realize that you know it's more than that. They don't really got a trip. It's all just semantics, just wordplay. It's like you ain't gonna even trip.
Yeah, I'm just so far beyond it. I don't try to even speak on those topics because for one, I know I'm the only me. Like my comprehension level is different from everybody else's, so I can't really even stoop to somebody's level to try to explain, oh, this and that. Look past it. It's like it's just something. It's just your own comprehension level. I can't explain stuff to people like, oh, just tap in and like it just has to be you.
They say everything's perspective. It wasn't until I realized the truth, the code, and why I started going within a second. Once you seek external things without realizing within them. Exactly. It's really within you. It does sound cliche, but when you really look, it's like, dang, that's what it is. And you just leave it all behind because it's just what reality is, nature. You're gonna see it everywhere, so you don't even have to trip. But you can't tell people that because they haven't got there yet, and you don't want to argue with them. Because they're gonna put you in a certain position of responsibility that you didn't even ask to be in. So it's really just a self-seeking journey, honestly. So
I mean, it's 2025. Like, if people don't understand by now, at this point, it's just about elevation. At this point, liberation, all this other stuff, religion, and this and that, and race war, gender war. I let people have fun with that. Have a field day, because I barely even like speaking on those type of topics, because it's just so. I'm just so beyond it. Like, there's way more to life. He said, I also feel like these mega churches keep saying I'm stronger in the matrix going. I remember my mom telling me that God gets people out of the matrix. I respect her belief. And but I had to get away from certain people because of it. Yeah, but that mentality is just corrupted. This is why I keep my distance, bro. Because a lot of people still have that outdated, corrupted mindset, and that mentality is just divisive. People still want to just harbor on that type of energy of hate going against certain people for what they believe in. And like, I don't got time for that.
like I feel you about the mega churches salute for one crew, but they know the truth, bro. Honestly, I'm not gonna knock another man's hustle because they got to do what they got to do. They know that people ain't really gonna do that, so they gonna do what they got to do, and preach the same word. It's kind of people's fault for being kind of closed minded. That's why they keep getting, you know, these things keep happening to them, where they keep getting hoodwinked over and over again by these type of people. When you seek for answers, you're not gonna fall for stuff like that. You know.
There's more to, he says, there's more to life than all these belief systems. This stuff is just a mental prison. At this point, if you're not on my comprehension level, then I don't even really have. If you're not on my comprehension level at this point, it's really nothing I have to say to you because I'm not backtracking and I'm not. I'm just to be honest stuff. I don't know how people are still on this type of stuff. He said, I agree, LOL. They have to make that burden though to keep going. These mega churches realize that those people are closed minded and can run their game on them facts. They just
Mm-hmm.
finessing. They just finessing them.
Or they say don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, and then we should see like the older folks falling for that because the kids they don't even be going there. Because if you go to these houses or people, the kids they don't even want to be there. They just get forced there. And they'll even tell you like when the thoughts are not there. Like I don't really care about this stuff. Like, what's the point? Like they'll be telling me that, hey, bro, my parents made me go there. He said my parents told me that if I don't go there, then God is going to curse me. Like God is going. They even told me that person. I'm like, damn, like, you don't even care about us. I damn near took this serious. Like I needed this. Like my life depended on this, but they don't even care. So it's like, why do I have to? It's just that because these people are forced to do it. You know, it don't really matter because outside of that environment, they don't even read the Bible because it really doesn't matter. Like it's all within. Like it's all. Like what's the point? If it really didn't matter, then the world would have changed. Like they would all like be chanting praises like outside, but you don't see nobody doing it. Like they're just caught up with whatever, like because it really don't matter. You know, they're just trying to keep you stuck. Like this is this world wants you to be. It wants you to keep you stuck. Like they just want to control you. Like it's just weird, especially with like the youth.
He said, like arguing about gender war stuff, being on that mental level in 2025 is crazy work. He said it's like everything from back then. If I was to do that now, like arguing over certain things, it would nearly feel impossible. I feel like I'm mentally past all of the 3D and false world. Yeah, I agree with both of y'all. Yeah, I'm just far beyond it. I just want to move past it. I don't even like speaking on that shit, to be honest. People just love being trapped in their own misery and just negativity and drama. It's just, I don't have time for it. This is why nowadays I have no problem with just blocking people off the rip. I'm not even going to explain myself to you. Oh, why did you block me? Oh, because I'm just not dealing with none of that BS, that toxic BS. Like, just get away from me with it all. I'm so past it. And if you're on that type of time in real life, then I just won't ever speak to you again. It's that simple. I won't be around you. I just can't tolerate it. If you're not just trying to be at peace and have inner peace and just enjoy the moment, the present moment, I really don't even want nothing to do with you. I don't want to argue. I don't want to go back and forth. I don't care about none of this shit, to be honest. It's a dread even speaking on it. It's just low vibrational. Like you just be trying to vibe in a moment.
He
Like
said, "Love me."
I have so much peace with just chilling to myself. It don't even have to nothing to do with no deep meditation or going into a mountain. It's just I could just chill to myself and be at peace. My own happiness. And I realize most people don't maneuver that way. They maneuver on something outside of themselves to keep them going or to put a smile on their face. Like This is why I said I can't put my comprehension on anybody else. I know my comprehension level is just different. The way I live my life is just so different. I don't need to constantly be overly stimulated, and like I can just chill. I don't want to go to your function. I don't want to do what you do. Like, I'm just chilling. I found peace, my nigga. Like go ahead with all that extra BS. Like I don't care about it. I'm in a whole new year, bro. I'm past it. I don't care about it. Except for mostly older people keep the programming, especially forcing young children to go to church. This planet is so low vibrational, it hurts my spirit sometimes. Yeah, bro, because you said all the things you can create by being present. Yeah, that's the best time to create is when you're present, just in the present moment. I even created certain songs just. I created some of my songs just in the moment, bro. When I wasn't thinking, I was just all right, boom, right in the moment, just drop that shit. Like that's when the creatives, that's when creativity spikes. Is when you're just in the present. You're not overthinking it. It just happens. I just been getting back to that. People really just want to keep you stuck. With all this programming, and once you see beyond all of this programming, you come off as the one who's out of whack or something's wrong with you. People might think there's something wrong with you once you fully see beyond most of this stuff out here, and it's nothing wrong with you. You're just beyond, you're just so far beyond this stuff out here. You don't care about it. At this point, I'm just trying to create, be happy in the moment. That's it. Like y'all can have the rest. I don't care about all this other stuff. Y'all can continue to go back and forth. I'm just trying to recapture my inner child. That's my main goal is to get back to that state. While the world around me crumbles, I want to recapture that energy for myself. He said I'm now trying to get back into the mode of creating. I sometimes think about creating instruments or traveling across different planets on higher dimensions. Hi, happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too.
New Year's time.
Yeah, man, I've been getting back in creative mode as well. I've been creating all day because I was just making music all day and then I hopped on live, so I'm still creating. I was kind of slacking on it, but I just got back into it recently and it's been going well. Like not getting distracted on these apps, not being on TikTok all day because I was distracted doing that type of stuff. Now I basically spend most of the day just creating music and not even trying to force it, just enjoying it. Like really just trying to enjoy the moment. I've just been trying to get back to that specifically, like not being too focused on the outcome or not even seeing this stuff as hard work. When you're in the process of doing this stuff, it might come across as hard work. Like, okay, I'm creating this. I got to put in the effort to do it. Like, I know it takes work to do it, but I'm not even focusing on the quote unquote hard work aspect of it. I'm just trying to enjoy every moment of it, just being present with it.
Hmm. It's like seeing the crop you planted and letting it just sprout and enjoying it. Like you will complicate this. Went back in just creator mode, just get into the
I
groove
feel
again.
like I feel like social media desensitized people and overstimulated people just mentally. So it makes you take this type of stuff for granted, like things like just enjoying the moment. People can't even enjoy the moment because they're so overstimulated. They need something. They need this and that. They need to be on this app over here. You can't find the beauty of just the present moment. Like it's beauty in the present moment and just creating or just you don't even have to be creating, just be in the present moment and enjoy it. You don't always have to find enjoyment with intangible material objects, bro. Just be in the moment. You can choose to be happy. You have your own choice. It's either I can choose to be this way or damn, I can really just choose to be happy right now. I don't care what I have. I don't care about the things outside of myself. I'm choosing right now to just be happy and just chill. And that's what I've been on. He said, I feel like back then I seek things externally, but it wasn't until the year 2019 I started going within and realizing that everything was within me. Now I just trust my intuition and discernment. Yeah, I feel you on that. He said, I always felt like planet Earth wasn't my home. It's very low vibrational. Same here. He said, like sitting at the beach enjoying the air or enjoying your favorite food at the moment. Yeah, bro, exactly. Just the simple things. You don't need to go to the moon. You don't need to take a flight to Turks just to feel content and to be happy, bro. You can choose to be happy. You said you used to seek things externally. Now you realize that it's all within you. Yeah, I understand you on that because I'm the same way. I was the same way back years ago. I used to rely on certain things or think I needed this and that. Even just something as simple as being alone. Like some people think of that as a bad thing, but just me being alone and finding my own happiness, being creative, I just realized like, damn, all this stuff that they have us stressing about doesn't even matter because I'm able to be happy and content right now in the moment. And I don't have none of this stuff that they're hyping up. I don't have no people around me. I don't have this around me. I don't have this material object, but I'm happy. I'm creating. So it's like they're basically capping to y'all. They're making you think you need all this stuff. Oh, you need this. You need the latest clothes. You need to here. You need to be popping. Bro, no, you don't. You just need to be present. You can enjoy the present moment, bro. You don't need none of this extra shit. You said I see what you mean now. Yeah, bro, that's a realization that I came to. Like you can really find happiness within. You can really find happiness doing things that cost no money. Like happiness is not behind a paywall, bro. This world has programmed us to think that everything is behind a paywall. They make you think that your own happiness is behind a paywall. Oh, you have to pay for this. You must have this to be happy. Like no, bro. True happiness is already within you. It's not behind a paywall. It's already within you, bro. And once you realize that, you really ain't gonna care about none of this shit. Because you realize you don't need it. Like, damn, I was stressing this whole time and now I came to the realization I don't need it. I can just chill. It's hard for people to even fathom that stuff. They can't even fathom the fact how some people can just chill and just be cool. Like, yeah, I reached a certain comprehension level that you might not understand or you might not get it. I'm just able to chill to myself or just be in a moment. These people are so overstimulated just because they need so much stuff outside of themselves. They think that you're the same way. Like, nah, I had to find this inner peace within myself. I was damn near forced to have to find it within myself because that's all I had in these moments was myself. It wasn't no crowd. It wasn't this and that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being around people and doing this and that. I'm just saying I'm so glad I reached a point to where I found that happiness with just myself. Like I really just be in here vabbing like these people got you thinking you gotta go to the end of the world and back to just be happy. Like I could just chill and I'm happy right now. Like they really programmed us to think that everything is behind their paywalls. Like, nah, bro.
You can't even just chill and just enjoy. It's like a parent seeing a child walk for the first time. Like, it got to be the most precious thing. Seeing something that you created and planted walk. Like people can't even do that anymore. Like they just do it out of like spite or for like an image. Like it's just weird. People always gotta just change up everything they be doing instead of just doing what they gotta do. Because what they doing, yeah, they may be doing different things and following trends to make it seem like they different. They not like lame, but they're still going on insanity because these things are not helping them. You know, instead of doing the basic things that help you grow, like and change. You know, and it just creates a state of chaos and insanity. Like it's just goofy. Like, how do you learn to walk? By walking over and over again. And then, of course, you fell down. You may have gotten scrapes there and there, but you walk. People just don't do what they got to do anymore. They just do the things before they do to do the things. Like, they're going backwards. And you wonder why, like, they a certain way. Like, when they see people like us chilling, they got to judge us because we're not all over the damn place. We're not trying to fit this image or whatever. Like, I wonder why it's so hard to get along with people and they don't understand us. It's like it's foreign to them. People don't give themselves a chance. It's like, how can you be around these folks? Like, they're going to be kind of jealous of you because not that you have anything, it's because you're not like, because you're just your temperament. You see,
You know
like,
what else I noticed?
mm-hmm.
I noticed how when you're a certain way, the way you come off to people is like a character, like you're in character basically. So it's like the things that they're trying to do to you is to try to quote unquote break your character. They don't realize this is just who you are. It's like seeing a movie character on a TV show. You're looking at him like, damn, this person has like, he's different. He has this personality about himself. He's always the same. So it's like it comes off to people like this is an act or this is a character. It's like, nah, bro, this ain't a character I'm putting on. This is just me. It's like they become intrigued. Not intrigued in a good way, in a bad way, in like a sinister way. Because for one, you're different. You're different and you stand out, but you're just being yourself. People be having all of these assumptions in their mind about it, like, oh, you must be on this, or it's like, no, bro, I'm just me. This is just who I am. I'm not acting a certain way. I'm not doing this for this. Like, this is just me.
Yeah, people think you're joking. Like I'd be like, I'm dead serious. Like I'm dead, you know. I'd be thinking I'm joking or something. Like they take me as like a joke or something. I'm not. This is just who I am. I'm really just free flowing with this stuff. Like I'm really in a playground with this joint. Cause I don't see anybody with this temperament. Like they're just serious or they gotta go to work or it's just moody. Like it's just not something that you want to be around. Not even be around. I mean, you talk to this person like they're an individual. Like you're not gonna denounce their issues or whatever, you know, unless you're like a psychopath. But it's not something that you want to just, you know, apply. You know, it's just whack. Like
Yeah, yeah, it happens in real life and on the internet. Certain people would try to send you their problems and all of that, or send you some BS. They'll comment some BS or message you something that you really don't care about. It's probably a distraction or something. Like, bro, I don't. Why are you bringing this to me? I don't care about this stuff. People just be annoying. Like, they either come to you about their problems, what just happened to them at work today. I just don't got time for it, bro. If you're not at peace with yourself, if you're not trying to reach enlightenment and peace, I would just rather do without it. Like, no, I don't hate you. I don't have no malice against you. I just keep my distance because I want to reserve my peace. I don't want to be weighed down by any of this stuff. Like hearing somebody else's issues and it's just gonna drag you down. Like nobody has time for that. And certain people thrive in chaos. They thrive in it. They wake up to it and they go to sleep to it. They wake up gossiping. They wake up with drama on their mind and just being toxic. Like that's how people function out here. Like, and I don't want nothing to do with it. I'll just keep my distance. I'll be at peace, and I'll just be fine with it.
I don't hate people, but I just hate with the stuff they like just do. Like they stand for. Like I get it. You want to tell me about this and that if you have a problem, but just leave it alone, bro. Why you got to tell me about it? Like it's just kind of annoying, you know. And then you're trying to just drain me, like not drain my blood, but like just talk me out of it. Like I could be thinking of this or doing that, and then you bring up this whole totally different issue that I'm not even thinking about. And it's kind of annoying. Like you're right that people thrive on chaos. Like they think they gotta be taking a trip to freaking, you know, the Virgin Islands for them to like have like a life. So they thrive on chaos and drama because they don't have things going on. We're not telling you to become a millionaire tomorrow. Just enjoy the moment. You know, enjoy life. Like look at the sun. It's not about that. Like that's that program social media crap that you see. That's not even real life. People didn't even do that 10 years ago. You know, like that's goofy stuff. Like I don't know what's up with people. I see constant videos on people talking about Trump destroying America and talking like Tom, bro. Nothing's going like they say this. Like, come on, bro. I could care less about politics, but I see people online freaking about like they're in that state of scarcity. Like
I can
this
have
this.
fun with that. It ain't gonna be on this platform. I don't speak on that bullshit because I don't care. Like, y'all can have fun. Take that with you. Take
Mm-hmm,
that with you in whatever timeline that you're trapped in. Like, I'm far beyond that. They can have as much fun as they want.
yeah, I don't
But
really
this
be
is what these
caring
people
about it.
thrive in, and you wonder why people's temperament be a certain way and why they are the way they are. It's like this is what you indulge in constantly. And then they want to come to you with that. Is just annoying. Like, don't come to me with that BS, bro. And don't come to me mentioning other people. Like, that's so annoying. Like, I don't get what's wrong with people. Like, they want to come to you about other people and this issue over here. And like, bro, nobody has time for that. This is why I said, like, don't even take it a certain way. It's like certain people just get, you're just gonna get blocked, or I'm just gonna disconnect from you. I don't even have smoke with you. I'm not trying to go to war with you. I'm just protecting my peace. Don't take it as, oh, he's distant. No, I'm just protecting my peace. He said, and a convicted felon left him. LMAO. I can't get so tired of people talking about this. People are so attached to the 3D world, false world. Yeah, bro. And they're gonna remain trapped there and have fun there, but just don't come to me about it. That's another reason why I've been so disconnected from people, is because I'm not attached to the programming that they're attached to. I'm not attached to the sports and this and that and this celebrity drama over here. And like, you see the things that these people watch and these reality shows. And I mean, enjoy your entertainment and all that, enjoy life, but like, these people be over consumed in that type of stuff, and then they want to drag you into it. Like, nah, bro. I like my aura field to just be cleansed. I don't like toxic BS in my auric field. I don't even like hearing people speak on it around me. That's how sensitive I am to that type of stuff. If I even hear you gossiping and indulging in drama around me, I will still feel it, and it will irk me. It will annoy me. I can't stand it.
That's how I know people ain't doing what they gotta do. Especially when they tell me, because they keep being indulged with these things. And you see people like they'll be watching these things and they'll talk about it right after. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in a moment, the present moment, you're not gonna care about all these things. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna really be caring because you're really just elevating, like, you know, your vibration. I'm not saying that um you're hitting this big milestone like you're on top of Hollywood Hills, but you don't even care. Just in a moment, like it's like when you go to outer space, you don't care what's happening on Earth. You're in outer space, like it's just people are still stuck on this type of stuff. I used to kind of be stuck in it like years back, but I realized it's just another like mesh. It's all it is. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't really get it. Like, it's
He
just a
said, I agree. He said, I agree, Vision. Most people, it would constantly drain my energy. Yeah, bro. It's like they're just a constant drain on your energy. No, I don't hate you. No, I have nothing. I don't have nothing against you. It's just the energy that you carry is just draining to me. It's it's basically an irritant to me. The energy that you carry. So I just have to distance myself from you, not because I hate you, but the energy that you carry. It is draining me. He said, "What's good? What's good, bro?" He said, "Can't believe it's 2025 already. Where did the time go? I remember it was 2012 yesterday. I was 13." He said, "Same. I remember it was 20. It was the year 2012. I feel like I have been disconnected from the past."
yeah, me too. And I was just like, nah. Yesterday, same song. I remember when it was like year 20. I feel like I've been disconnected from it. Same.
Time
Like I
hasn't been
haven't.
speeding up. This is why you got to make the most out of your time nowadays because it's going by so fast. And if you don't lock in, or if you don't tap in, you're just gonna be left behind.
Yeah, that's why with me, like I just try to enjoy the moment or paint these pictures. Not paint pictures, but just always just tell myself good and do what I got to do because I didn't really have any core memories growing up. I did, but you know how people post like throwback photos of back then?
Yeah,
I didn't really have that growing up. My lifestyle was basically stagnant, especially coming from certain environments. You was stagnant, or it was just BS, or the same things happening. So I don't really look back on the past, even though I like certain things in the past, like entertainment and people, influences. But it's like I didn't really have like the best of the best, so I don't really care about like the kind of really. I haven't really developed a core memory of that, so I don't really be caring. People like, oh, this and I miss that, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like people have throwback photos of this and that. I'm like, I don't really have anything to look back on, to be honest. So that's why I just be present and just have myself because I kind of had no choice growing up. So that's why people they can't like hang out with you because you don't have like a certain lifestyle, not a certain lifestyle, but it's like you don't have anything to look back forward on. Like you don't have a like I don't know how to explain it, but things are not going on for you. I just don't know like it's just so I'm just different. Like I can just be towards myself and just enjoy it. Like you just gotta just be me to understand it. Cause I didn't have the chance like everybody else to just enjoy life and do that and do this. So we just had to just do it in our own way, like, you know.
he said, I feel like something has been off since 2012. The vibe since 2012 has been off. He said, I had to also let go of certain people who kept talking about politics, or people who kept indulging in 3D postings or just illusions. He said, in more strange since 2020. Yeah, but the vibe been off, but this is why I said, like, it's up to you to recapture that energy yourself. Just tap back in with yourself.
How do I
Because
go?
the way things are now, you can either go all the way right or all the way left. Because you can either get too far gone with how things are nowadays, like it will string you along. So I'm glad I recaptured that energy within myself. 'Cause I seen how the world is going. I see how things are going for the worse. I'm like, nah, you're seeing people all out of whack and zombified and just all this negative BS 24/7. It's just too much. Like I gotta separate myself from all this shit. He says, same. I don't really look too much back at my past, just like back then. I was in the present moment, and I started going into creativity more. I spent most of my childhood alone. Yeah, my past had just glimpses of good things. I'm not gonna say it was all peaches and cream, but I did have certain moments and like highlights. It wasn't like I enjoyed like too much to where it's like
Mm-hmm.
I was on cloud nine or something, but I had glimpses. I had my moments.
Yeah, I feel you. Whatever, whoever. Yeah, my past wasn't like I would say my past was more so mediocre, like getting closer to what mediocre is. It wasn't the best. I had good moments, decent moments, but it wasn't the best. People they had the best growing up, like certain lifestyles and friends, especially if when they fitted in with the people and they had all that, their colleagues and all that. So they rely on the past, they miss the past, they keep talking about it, they keep going back because they love it. Like, but with me is I was just me, like just in the present, just doing what I'm doing, like, so I didn't really care much about it. I'm not saying I was depressed, but that's just what it was. There are too many distractions out here. People look like they have been taken over by aliens or something. People look soulless nowadays when I look into their eyes. Look, it freaked me out. I thought I was going through same. I be thinking I'm tripping sometimes. Like I ain't be trying to even look at people. Like I don't know what they be on. Like if this stuff goes on, like I'm gonna act like it doesn't even exist because I'm not even trying to notice it, bro. Like if it does, I'm not even trying to. Like I'm gonna just act like the world has changed because it's just super, just low vibrational, bro. Just trying to make you stoop to that diaphragm.
My bad, it's too many comments. I'm trying to catch up on them. He said, but even when I did have a few friends, I still felt like I couldn't be myself with them, like maybe in a surface level. Yeah, that's why I had to distance myself from certain people because I'm just not gonna acclimate to anybody else and how they are. Like I just gotta be me, and if you don't accept me for me, I can't be around you because I'm not gonna continue to stoop to your level and try to appease you and try to live up to what you feel is right. Like I'm just trying to be free. I'm not trying to have no stipulations over my head just to fit in with a circle. Like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just be me. If you don't gravitate towards me for being me, then I don't really care to be around you. He said, but spiritually, I still felt like the energy was off, so I decided to stop hanging out with most people. He said, nowadays, I'm more isolated than before. There are too many distractions out here. People look like they have been taken over by aliens or something. People look soulless nowadays. When I look into their eyes, it low key freak me out. Yeah, bro, I noticed that too. This one day, like a couple weeks ago, I was walking and this dude kept like popping up. And when I looked into his face, bro, it was just like a soulless face, like no type of emotion, nothing, like a robot. He said, I thought I was going through a psychosis. My life now feel more happy than when I was a kid. He said, gotta go to sleep for work. Tomorrow I'm out. Peace. Peace. Thanks
Damn.
for tapping in. He said, facts. He said, for real, LOL. I thought I was tripping at first. And then the spirit had revealed to me that most people were dead for real. I'm just going to try to keep going. This planet is so low vibrational, especially in 2025. Yeah, bro, it's all a lot of whack. He said, same. I got tired of having to stoop myself down to people's surface level way of thinking. I had to let go of a lot of people. Once I did, I felt so good. Yeah, bro, I felt so much more at peace. But yeah, like you're not tripping. I see certain people nowadays and they do just look soulless and drained and empty. People have become functioning zombies. That's the best way I can explain it. You're just looking at functional zombies. They have no spark within them. They're overtaken by all this worldly stuff. Like it's like where did all that innocence go that was within you? That once before was within you. That spark that you used to have. Like people don't have that anymore. People's whole life has been taken over by this matrix. Like people's whole life is these jobs now. And I'm not telling you what to do with your life. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm just saying, like, it's like that's where most people's life went. So now they no longer create. They no longer do the things that they used to do. They no longer have their inner child. Their whole life is taken over by a job now and just paying bills. Like it's sad that this is how the world is designed to just not only destroy your inner, not only destroy your innocence, but your inner child as well. It just turns people soulless. Like, and I never want to get to that point. I don't care how childish I may seem to people, because the things I do with creating, it might come off to people as corny, weird. It's like they might even be questioning me, like, bro, why are you in here recording music? It's like I know it might come off as quirky to you or like kind of lame, but it's like I just do it for my inner child. Like I still have that within me. I'm still gonna be in here creating. I'm always gonna have that spark within me. I'm still gonna do things that I grew up enjoying. Like I'm not one of those people who became quote unquote too cool for everything nowadays. Like, oh, I'm too cool now. I can't do this, and I'm gonna just stop making music. I'm gonna stop doing YouTube. I'm too cool for this shit now. I'm this. Like, no, bro, I'm still creative. I still have that creative energy within me. I still have my inner child. I still enjoy creating. And it's because another reason is because I don't have no expectation with this stuff. Like I'm just creating for the feeling. I'm not creating anything based off of validation or this and that. Like no, I'm just creating purely for my inner child. And I never want to leave that stuff behind. I don't want to just turn into a soulless drone who just focuses on bills and this and that. Like he said, I've noticed. He said that's crazy. I would have been scared. Not gonna lie, people are like zombies now. It made me feel like I was going through an identity crisis because I remember people were more outgoing and were more open to talk to. Yeah, but you're not gonna find a lot of people. You're not gonna find a lot of people like this nowadays who just has a free space that you could just talk to, chop it up with. That's not indulged in the BS out here. And just me knowing the fact that I'm that type of person who carries that certain energy with me, I know people would try to take advantage of that. So it just lets me know that you really got to be careful when you're a genuine type of person out here because people would take advantage of that. They know you're cool. They know you're down to earth. So people would take advantage of it. And they will start to treat you like a personal therapist to them. They come to you with other problems because you have that safe space for them. You have that open safe space for people to feel comfortable. Like, yeah, this dude is cool. It's like, yeah, I know I'm cool, but bro, I'm not a personal therapist. So it made me had it forced me to have to learn how to set boundaries. Some people feel entitled to your energy, like, bro, you're not entitled to my energy. If I don't want to do this, if I don't want to go here with you, if I don't want to speak to you, then I have every right to. I'm not obligated to do anything I don't want to do. People want to make you feel like you're obligated to just do things that they want you to do. He said, I agree. I had to protect my energy. I noticed I had that energy to where I was, that energy to where it was alluring people into putting all their problems onto me. Yeah, bro, I noticed that. So I had to start setting boundaries with people. Some people take it the wrong way and they be like, oh, why don't you want to do this with me? Like, bro, I don't have no problem with you. It's just not only do I have boundaries, but I'm an observer, so I have to read. I have to know what type of person you are before I let you around me, or before I chop it up with you and all that.
I
You
agree.
can't
I
just
had
be
a
willy nilly with these people. You can't be too willy nilly out here.
I agree. I had to protect my energy. I noticed I had that energy where it was alerting people into putting other problems. Exactly, bro. Like I always realize that I'm people's last resort when it comes to like, talking or whatever, or acting the way they want to act or say the things they want to say because they couldn't do it to their original people because they had to fit up an image or they didn't want to be looked a certain way so they can at me. So I had to put a not a blockage but a guard of my space because I don't want these people to come around like and put their baggage onto me like and I just get left cold and dry. Like I'm not doing that anymore with people. Like everybody has done that just through our time in my life. So I'm not letting that happen. Like and they look at you like you changed. Like you're not putting that onto me. Like why don't you talk about it to with your people? It's like it just shows you how fake people are. I'm not doing that. Like I'm good. You ain't gonna put your toxic waste onto me, like I'm good. Like keep that over there.
And they feel
Um,
like they're entitled to your energy. Like, bro, you're not entitled to me. I can do what I want. I don't have to do what you want me to do. If I don't want to speak to you, I'm not going to speak to you. It don't mean that I hate you. It don't mean none of that. It don't mean I want smoke with you. I'm just protecting my peace and my energy, bro. People cannot understand that for some reason. And they instantly be taking it the wrong way. Oh, you don't want to do this? You don't want to chill with me? You don't want to speak to me? All right, bro, I got to protect my energy. I can't just be willy nilly and just, I can't just have a free open space for anybody because that's going to leave me drained now. Because now I'm at service to everybody now. He said, one thing I can't stand about people is when they will do something for you, but they have an ulterior motive attached to it. I agree. It's important that we protect our energy. Most people are like energy vampires. Yeah, I agree, bro. That's how certain people are. You think they're doing something out of that kindness of their heart, but they really had the wrong motives the whole time. They really had ulterior motives the whole time. So they end up using it over your head now. Oh, I did this for you. I did this and that. It's like, bro, I never asked you for it. Oh, I spent all my money here on you. I didn't ask you to come here. People would do that. It's like that's like a form of manipulation, gaslighting. Let me offer to do something for you and then hold it over your head later. Like people move that way because they just want something to hold over your head. It's a form of manipulation. It's like using something that's against your will against you because it's like you didn't even ask for it, but they can somehow still use it over your head now. He said, I've noticed even with celebrities and people, they still had that it factor to them back then, especially when I look at the old photos of myself. Like even back then, celebrity clones still had it factors. They still had that it factor attached to them. But now it's like celebrities have become clones. Sorry if that makes sense. No, I get what you mean. Yeah, a lot of people lost that it factor. Celebrities and everyday life people, I noticed it too. Like people nowadays, they look drained. They look like they're in misery. Like I said, they just the best way to explain it is functional zombies. That's what most people look like. And then when you look at the people from the past, it's like they had an aura about themselves. They had that it factor. They was cool. There was a cool element factor to these people. Like I can't believe you were once cool before. Now they're just like a blank sheet of paper. Like they lost that it factor.
Yeah, I remember they was just original. They had that it factor. They had their mojo, but now it's like they have nothing. Like I can't even listen to them the same anymore. It's like they lost their own element. Like I don't know what has happened to people these last going on 5 years. Like how does 5 years just change your whole personality? Like in the what? Like you've been doing this longer than me. Like you've been doing this your whole life. Like I don't know. Like something's going on. And they wasn't even as try hard as it's like now. It's like what they do is like forced, or it gives off try hard vibes.
Yeah, especially with social media coming into play because now you got to keep up with algorithms and you got to keep up with what's trending every millisecond. Back then, it was just you in a moment, so everything wasn't as forced, and it came off that way. Like this ain't forced; it's just in a moment. Now everything is so analytical because it's how social media made everything. This stuff updates every millisecond. Every millisecond is something new. Back then, you could just be in a moment. None of this stuff was on your mind back then. Before technology blew up and all of that, people wasn't worrying about, oh, what's trending right now? What's this? What is everybody else wearing? What just happened over here? You were forced to just be in a moment. And it was just more free back then. You could really just be yourself back then without as much judgment. People actually had their own personalities back then. Nowadays, everybody's the same. Everybody's cloned out. Everybody got to wear the same stuff, and it's just cloned out. Back then, all you could go off of was your environment and yourself. That was it. Now you got the whole world's thoughts in your hand. You got everything that just took place in the world in your hand now, and now it's in your brain. Now you're overthinking about it. It's all just you're consumed in it. So why I said it's important to be present, just in a moment. This is why I'm glad growing up I really didn't have devices like that. Now I appreciate that even more because now I realize, damn, that was actually a good thing. I thought it was bad because everybody else had these phones. I didn't have it. I kind of felt left out, but now I'm glad because I'm like, damn, I was able to escape the programming. While everybody else had their iPhones and this and that, I had to just be present in my own thoughts.
Yeah, I used to see it as a bad thing. Like when I didn't have a device back then, I didn't have a phone. Like I was like left out. Like I was trying to be a part of the picture, but I wasn't because I wasn't tapped in. Like how was I gonna talk to people? That's why I couldn't. That's why like years ago I lost contact of a lot of people because I didn't have a device, and that's a good thing because you wonder why people are so like clickers because they was tapped in all along. They had their iPod touches, their iPod, their iPhones, iPhone 5S's and C's. I didn't really have any of that. Sometimes I would have, like a little Android, but it'll break. That's if you're lucky to get one. But you see how people are so robotic because it's like these devices, they have algorithms and people keep doing it and they just do it so perfectly. You know, wonder why it's so hard to like, go with the flow when it comes to people. And I'm just so grateful that I didn't have a device. This goes like way back, like, you know, able to kind of be original and straight to the point.
Yeah, and this is why reflecting on things like camp, when I reminisce about them days back when I used to go to camp, for one, I didn't have a device. For two, the environments like when you're in environments like going to camp and all of that, you're really forced to just be in nature without any distractions. So I'm kind of glad for that type of stuff too. Like just the experience of going to camp as a younger kid with no phone, just in nature. And then I start to realize like, damn, them were the best times. And now I'm thinking about it like it's probably because no phones, no technology. We really had to just be in the moment. Like this technology really has taken over people's psyche.
Like
And
I
you just
remember,
gotta sit you really just gotta sit back and ask yourself, when was the last time you did something strictly off just being in the moment? Like you didn't do it based off of algorithm, based off of monetization, based off of what everybody's wearing. Like when was the last time you did something strictly off just being in the moment, just off your own enjoyment, but none of this programming? Because that's
like
what
I,
everything's based off nowadays. It's based off of all these algorithms, this and that, what everybody's doing.
hmm like I remember it was back in 2014 where I started seeing that people they started getting their phones and acting like they better than everybody. Like it was back in 2014. That's when I kind of noticed the change with people. Like everybody started getting the phones, and that's literally the year where I saw everything kind of change within people. Like getting more clickish, and it's literally that year. It was just crazy.
Yeah, for me it was like 2012 through 2013. Says you most present, you most in the present when you got in nature away from everything. Yeah, I agree. And I want to ask y'all, like, have y'all ever been to camp growing up? Because that really gets you in that moment. Like reflecting on going to camp is just, I really just appreciate that shit even more, especially in times like this where social media has taken over everything. Like, I'm so glad I got to experience that. Cause this stuff is just out of whack. Like this stuff is just it's getting to way too many people's heads. Like you can't even connect with people. Like I just be like, who did this person think they is? Like I get it, you got your ego, you got some followers. Like come on, bro. You're letting this stuff get into your head. Like you're somebody that you're not, to where you think that you're too good for somebody. Like this stuff is getting way too much in people's heads. Like come back down to earth for a minute. Everybody think they too good now. They got an image on the internet. Like I miss when none of this shit existed. It was kind of easy to connect with people. It was way more easy. It was way more easier to connect with people before social media really took over. Is now everybody think they a celebrity. That's the gift and the curse about it. It can bring people from that general public into celebrity status, but the downsides to that is that these people start getting their egos blown out of control. It's now with the internet, everyday life people can get they can go under the same attention as a celebrity. Says you can't connect with people unless you're when them with the majority. When you choose to be an individual, you choose in the life of a lone wolf. Yeah, it's hard to connect with people nowadays more than ever. I mean, I be trying to find people. I be on like certain apps and all that, just seeing what people's on. Like, let me see if there's some chill people. Let me tap in real quick, but you just start to realize they're all basically the same. It's like the same copy and paste version over and over. Like, I just want to do some chill shit. Like, where's the people out who just want to do chill down to earth shit? Like, we don't gotta go to the moon. We don't gotta go on a fucking rocket to space. Like, where's the people who can just enjoy something simple? Like, let's just chill out. What's your favorite movie growing up? Let's just kick back, watch that. Let's grab some snacks or something. Let's just chill. Like, let's go. Like, something simple. You can't do that shit no more because people's just way too in over their heads. They got an image to live up to. They got to be on the moon. They got to be living in an Instagram story or it's not fun. It's lame to them. They got to be at this party or this event. Like, bro, y'all niggas are just too overstimulated. Like, I'm just trying to chill. Let's do some chill shit. We don't got to do too much. Facts, yeah, facts. Same thing I be doing. Like, even all this spirituality shit is copy and paste. Just be enjoying life. You speaking facts, just live facts. All this shit is just out of whack. People want to put stipulations over your head, even with the spirituality stuff. Like, oh, you gotta be perfect. You can't eat this. You gotta like, bro. I mean, to each his own. But I'm just chilling, bro. It's already enough to deal with in this world, and you're trying to add stipulations on me. Oh, you can't do this, and you. All right, bro. It's about balance. I'm not supposed to be perfect anyway. I'm supposed to be balanced. I'm a human being. I have positive aspects and I have negative aspects about me that are never going to go away. I'm never going to be perfect. People are trying to live up to this perfect image, this perfect spiritual being. I'm a perfect spiritual angel. Like, bro, I'm just me. I don't have time to be living up to a standard. I lost certain people because of that, because they wanted me to be in that image. Like, oh, you gotta do this, and since you ain't doing what I want you to do, you're fake now. Like, okay, then just go along. Then like, I don't care, because I'm not gonna live up to your expectations of trying to be quote unquote perfect, because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm not better than anybody. I don't carry myself that way. Like, oh, I'm better than you, and I'm on a pedestal.
Yup, yup.
It's just all false images. And then it comes off like you're hiding something, because even some of these women out here be putting on that image like, oh, I'm spiritual and I'm this and that. It's like, yeah, I get it. I understand that you're doing your thing or whatever. But don't try to act like you're perfect, because at the end of the day, we're all human. And that's just going to lead me to disappointment, because you put on this image so much that you're this perfect being. Oh, I'm angelic and I'm this. And then the next time I look up, you're doing something the opposite of that. It's just like a contradiction. Just come as you are. Don't put this cookie cutter act on like, oh, I'm this and nah, just be yourself. I understand it. Just be yourself. You don't got to put on this false image like you're so perfect. That's just gonna make you look even more played out. Like, why are you putting on that act? Why are you talking this way, trying to sound proper? Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with sounding proper. Of course, you're using normal words. I'm just saying like the act that they put on.
It's like when you try to fulfill a role, you're trying to become an actor. You're becoming a protagonist for your a show. You know what I'm saying? Which is fake. You got to know how to separate, make these things separate from you, because these are not what you are. These are accents. You know, these are are not the common denominator. You know what I'm saying? It's not dependent. So I don't know why people do that. It makes it seem like they're hiding something. So they got to project that onto you because they're not doing that. Or they made a mistake. So they got to flip it totally reverse onto you. It's just goofy. Like all this stuff has become a gimmick. Like it's all about just doing that shit. Like why you got to turn it to something different? Like goofies. Like you just look
I'll
like a
respect you more by just being you, as opposed to
exactly.
putting on this false image. Like, if you just be you from the jump, like I get it. Like, okay, this is you. Don't try to be all, and don't try to talk a certain way. Like, bro, you're a human at the end of the day, just like me. I understand that none of us are perfect. Just be trying too hard to make it seem like it's something that it's not. Like, just you don't gotta do all of that. Just be yourself.
That's
Says
why
everything
like
seem like gotta be put into a compartment. Whatever you went to, I wish people could just take away all the boxes and just be who they really want to be without the influence of society's expectations. Yeah, I agree. It's all these
that's
communities out here, all these hashtag communities. Everybody want to put you in a box, and people have misconstrued the truth with a certain community. Like, people have diluted the truth with all of these quote unquote communities. The truth is just the truth at the end of the day. But people have separated the truth into compartments, and oh, if you say this, you're a part of my community now, because this is a quote unquote truth that I agree with in my quote unquote community. Like, no, bro, I'm just speaking on the truth, the objective truth. Don't try to categorize me in a box with all these other weirdo niggas. Like, nah, yeah, you might have heard something that you agree with. It might have been the objective truth, but that don't mean that I'm in a category with you, and I don't mean that I'm in a community with you. The truth is just gonna be the truth. Oh well, I agree with that, bro. Can we be friends? Like, no, okay, I get it. You might agree with something I said, but that don't mean that I'm cool with you. We just both objectively see the truth that's in our face. Like, okay, that's true. It doesn't mean I'm a part of what you got going on. It doesn't mean I'm a part of that community. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just me. I'm not a part of any online communities. I'm not a part of none of that shit. Just because somebody from these communities probably agree with me on something doesn't mean I'm a part of their community. It means they agree with a certain truth that I said. These people be trying to box you in and they try to label you. Said X facts, facts. No label, no attachment.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know why people be doing that. Like, hey, do you watch this? Are you with that? Like, nah, they be coming on my thing, but it's like I don't know about their thing. Like, I'm just posting my stuff. Like, stop trying to put me in this box like I'm with all these folks when I'm not. I don't really care about these folks to be honest with you. Like, I check them
And
out.
stop bringing them up to
I'm
me
mm-hmm. I don't
because you're
care.
going to get
Like, I'm not in
blocked.
this. Like, I care about these folks. Like, no disrespect. I don't. Like, they just weird. Like, not on the same timing as them. They on some other type of stuff. Like, don't put me on with these folks. Like, I gave them the hand and they was on some other stuff, and I'm not cool with that. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I
I'm
tried, but
I'm an
nope,
individual.
hell
Like,
nah.
don't categorize me in a box. I'm an individual. I'm myself. Says, but I some people just don't really know how to be themselves, or is it just the pressures of society that makes people be this way? Yeah, I think not only is it the pressures of society because you have to fit a certain narrative or you're going to get looked at a certain way. So I think it's just people are just afraid to be alone. You just got to think about what comes with this type of stuff. Like when you're truly somebody who's because everybody likes to get on the internet and say, "Oh, I'm being myself." But it's like in real life, if you really be yourself to people, you're gonna see what comes with it. People ain't gonna really fuck with you like that. They're gonna think that something's wrong with you or that you're quote unquote weird. So people don't really want to be themselves.
Exactly. People want to be themselves when it's convenient or when they're really comfortable. You should be yourself at all times. They know they can't just go at it because it's like what comes with it. But they try to always do that and be fake and virtue signal. Like, oh, I'm just being myself and it's convenient. Like, nah, it's just kind of weird. Like a lot of these people, especially in these communities ideologies, they got a black and white mindset. Like you got to understand that we are in this physical world, so it's calculations and conversions. You don't know how to do math. Like I'm not saying you to be a freaking as a freaking psychologist or a damn scientist, but there's like conversions. Like there's 80%. There's like a chance. There's a probability. Don't just be like, oh, the world or people, because it makes you look like you don't have anything to say. I mean, you have no personality, so you just say it. Like it's just kind of weird. Like it's like no hope or optimism inside of you. Like you're just kind of like lost into darkness, and I just don't like that energy, you know. And then people are gonna just group me in, like, because they're just so black and white. Even though the world may seem black and white, it's just complicated. That's why it seems like white, because it's so complicated. This is so many BS that ain't even supposed to be there and happen. That's why. But you got to know how to just, tango. And our majority of the women that y'all entertain really lost in the sauce. Like y'all surface, like I don't know KKB, but it's not even gender specific. It's just people KKKB. So don't trip about it. It's just people. I don't really got nothing to do with that.
So the majority of the women that y'all entertain really that lost in their songs, like really into the surface of life, what is presented to us. Just curious. I'm not even going to lie. I have no reason to sit on here and lie. I'm gonna just say most of them, they are kind of lost in the sauce. Like I'm not gonna sit on here and sugarcoat it, but that's most people in general. I try to find certain people who are cool and all that, but even the ones who put on that image, it's like they're still kind of the same.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
could.
the saying when they say it's not a lot of real people left. Like I know it sounds cliche, like damn, there's not a lot of real ones left, but me viewing this world for what it is, that's what it basically is. Like there's not a lot of real people left. When I say real, I don't mean living up to a worldly image like, oh, I'm real, I'm this. I'm just saying like just people who are themselves still. People who haven't been overtaken with this worldly shit like social media trying to put on an image and like it's just burnt out. People is just burnt out nowadays.
Like,
Both genders are
yeah, no, I
lost.
agree with you. Both. Yeah, it may be both genders, but it's kind of a little different. Just like a slight exception and an infraction. It's a little different, so it might kind of skew you, but that's just how it is. I mean, I don't hate women, but or people. That's why I don't want to go off on them like that, because it's gonna come off like you must hate women or that. Like, nah. But sometimes you got to just say it like it is or whatever. But they put you in a box like your dad when it's not even close. But yeah, but it may be a little different, so because they women.